And we're live, sir.
We are?
We are live. How you
Hey.
doing?
Good, Bray. But let me tell you.
Yes, sir. What you got for me? I had the agenda last week. What you got for me?
Look at my forehead. Does my forehead say talk to me, approach me, anything like that? So,
What happened?
nothing bad. Nothing bad. Nothing bad.
It sounded bad, Randy.
Hey, no. So yesterday I had to go up to Modesto area, Patterson, over that way. And I walked in a store to get something to drink, and I'm waiting to pay. And guy walks up and he's like, "Hey man, what's going on?" Just like he's known me for 100 years. I'm like, "Yeah, not much. What are you up to?" And he's like, "Oh, just driving through Madera." I'm like, "Okay, where are you from?" "Stockton." "Okay, great. Well, you got a little ride to go, not bad." And we sat there and we talked for a few minutes, which was, it's fine. It's fine. So then I get to Patterson, and then I have to go to Walmart there. I'm at Walmart, and sometimes I occasionally run into people that I know in Patterson because I grew up there, right?
All right.
But no one looks familiar. I'm standing in line again, and it was like, "Hey, how you doing?" I thought, well, maybe this is somebody that I don't recognize because we're all old now. But I was like, nope, not a clue. I'm like, so what you doing? Nothing. And I was like, "Randy Hendricks, nice to meet you." "Oh yeah, I'm Jennifer, and I'm up in I work here and blah blah blah." I'm like, "Oh, that's great. Is there anything I can do for?" I said, "Oh, okay." So I was thinking, okay, well, she's just asking me customer service stuff,
Right.
and
So you thought she worked there?
But she's like, yeah, she's like, "Oh no, I don't work here. I used to work here a long time ago. I just like talking to people when I'm standing in line." I'm like, "Oh, okay." And then Ray,
Okay.
I get where I have to get done, and it's like 8 o'clock. I'm like, I'm gonna grab something to eat really quick and get on the road and come back down here. So I go to Jack in the Box.
Okay.
Jack in the Box.
Good old Jack in the Crack. I'm
Right
like, where's
there
this going?
at the door, there's a girl and a lady and a kid playing. So I order, I run to the bathroom, I come back, kids sitting right there by the cash register. So I'm standing there waiting for my food. And if that kid didn't talk to me for the whole time that I was there, just about stuff. Like, "Do you like paranormal activities?" I'm like, "Not exactly, especially if they're happening to me." And then he goes in this long dissertation about on YouTube, there's these two kids and they go do these things. And I'm like, "Oh, okay, cool." And talks. These two guys come in and he talks to them too. And they both give him a 20 and like, "Wow, I don't have any money to give you. I'm sorry."
Wow.
They started laughing. And they're like, "No, he's going to be a CEO someday." I'm like, "I guess he is because he's not afraid to talk." Kids probably like, I don't know, 11, 12. And he just talked the whole time like, "Okay, well, I got to go now, but it was great talking to you." and so it's like everybody was talking to me yesterday. It's not that it was yesterday. It's all the time. But yesterday, I was just like, I want to go do this and I don't have to deal with anything. It's like all these people were talking to me. I was like, wow. Either I needed someone to talk to me yesterday and I didn't know it, or they needed someone to talk to yesterday.
Sometimes you're in the right place at the right time, Randy. You saved someone's life that day.
I guess. Possibly. You just don't know.
I get that. I've been getting that a lot. And what's funny, I get that a lot too. People like to just come up to me and they like act like they know me or they've known me for years, and I like have no idea who this person is. And sir, can you please get away with me? I'm trying to enjoy my sandwich.
Yeah, no, I can talk to anybody. I mean, I'll never say go away, leave me alone.
Yeah,
because I'll talk to anybody about random stuff. It doesn't matter to me.
Yeah, I won't be mean about it, but I would definitely try to be like, yeah, I gotta go. Okay.
No. I mean, I was like, this kid has no harm. Last night, this kid has no harm. It was like, and he's getting some enjoyment about talking to me about his paranormal stuff that he saw on YouTube and asking me if I believe in all that stuff. I'm like, it's not Halloween yet. Why are we talking about it?
It definitely feels like starting to feel like Halloween. Have you been to any of the stores lately?
Dude, yeah. So Costco's got the big skeleton coming out of the ground.
Yeah.
And then I sent Joanna, who works here at the station because she's into Halloween, I sent her a picture at Lowe's because there's about 20-foot skeleton holding his head when you walk in on the north side. South side's got a big, tall Grim Reaper dude.
Yeah.
And so it's Halloween already.
What's up, everyone on the TikTok live? Yes, we are
What's up,
live on the TikTok live. And yeah.
Oh, I got to tell the story. So I told the story on TikTok, and I just put it up on Instagram too. Because I was talking to my buddy Glenn, because, you know, I ran into him. We went to school together from like 5th grade on. And it was weird because I was he brought this up and he's like, yeah, man, you know, it'd be great if you did this and da, da, da. I'm like, oh my God, I forgot. So I was out of a job. This is sometime in the 90s.
Okay.
And I was looking for a job, and I went to this one station. It was a country station, and they had been country for a year or two. And they interviewed me, and they're like, "Yeah, you know, okay, it's you know, you're okay, and you're not bad." I'm like, "Let me tell you, I need a job. So what if I give you like a free night or two?" And because it was 7 to midnight, and it's like, "I'll give you a free night or two. I'll come and I'll do the show, and then you can."
That was like your air check, kind of.
Yeah, they had the air check, but they were like, you know, you sound good, but we don't know.
For those who are asking what an air check is, that is a kind of like your audition tape to get in on the radio.
Yeah, kind of like on TV. You know, they have what's called a sizzle reel, where you can be like, this is kind of your sizzle reel, but just audio, right? And then usually send a picture and your resume and all that stuff, because you know sometimes looks matters. I don't know why, but so anyway. I do Thursday, Friday night. They call me afterwards and like, "You're great, man. This is perfect. What we're looking for. Come in Monday and we'll fill out the paperwork, and you got the job, and you start Monday night." Like,
cool,
great,
nice.
Cool. This was in Stockton, California, and Stockton, California is about.
I think I know what country station you might be talking about, but yes,
20 minutes north of. No, this is a different country station. I'm sure. So it's about 20 minutes, half hour north of Modesto, between Modesto and Lodi, or Modesto and Sacramento. Anyway, and it's one of the worst places to live. And it's not just me saying that.
There's a lot of people don't like that area.
Heavy gang activity, and one of the worst places to live,
shout out Sacramento and Lodi,
as deemed by many places. But anyway, so go through the weekend. I'm like, yes, I got a job. Yeah, baby, something to pay the bills. Mm-hmm. So you know, this was going right. I get there Monday, and they said, come by Monday at 10 o'clock and fill out the paperwork, get you all set. And come. Okay, perfect. So it's a 2-story building, and you had to get buzzed in and then walk upstairs. Mm-hmm. So I got buzzed in. Actually, there's a speaker too, and they're like, "Hi, can we help you?" I said, "Yeah," and of course a camera. I'm like, "Yeah, so I'm here to fill out paperwork for the job, the 7 to midnight job for the country station." And they're like, "Really?" So they're like, "Well, okay, yeah, come on up." So I was like, "Okay," so I come on up, and she said, "So you said you were here for the country station job?" I was like, "Yeah." "So did they hire you to fill out paperwork?" "But no, I'm supposed to be here to fill out paperwork right now." I'm like, red flags are going off in my head everywhere. Like, they didn't hire you. Can't be good. So
bad. Yeah, about that job.
Secretary goes, "1 second, sir." She comes out, and the general manager comes out, who I met last week, and the week after, or the week before that, and he said, "Come have a seat." So I went and sat down. He goes, "So the program director and everybody at the station we let go Friday afternoon, and you probably didn't listen to the station on the way in because it's all Spanish."
Wow.
He's like, "So if you're not fluent in Spanish, then we can't hire you." I'm like, "Taco, burrito, enchilada?"
Wow. So like, it changed format overnight, basically.
Flip formats overnight. And I was like, wow, okay, well. And he's like, "Well, thanks." I'm like, okay, whatever.
I feel like that is actually probably way more common than it is, because damn, that sucks.
Kind of back in the day it was. So my another experience, since we're on the roll here.
Yes.
I was working at another country station. This was in the 90s, and country was like really, really big in the 90s. It was like top 40. So, and you could like do anything, almost anything, and get away with it. So, I was on this station. I went to work for K-Jug, and then my dad got sick, so I got a job in Modesto because I wanted to be closer to my dad while he was sick. And so I got this job in Modesto, and it was a country station, and I was on there for about a year. I did 7 to midnight, did a bunch of other stuff too. And then one day, they said, yeah, can you come in before your shift? I'm like, oh, I know how this works. Mm-hmm. So I came in, it was like 3:00, and he's like, so we're going to have to let you go, but we let everybody else go too, because you're going to flip to a rhythmic AC station, which is like
adult contemporary station.
No, it's old school station. So if you're like if
How
you're
old school?
If you're in the Fresno area, it's like a Mega 97.9. The beat.
Lowrider music.
Yeah, good stuff. And I'm like, dude, I just right up my alley. I know all this stuff, Debbie Deb and all that, and
right?
Freestyle and they're like, yeah, we know, but we thought you sounded too country. I was like, oh, okay.
Randy Hendrix sounded too country.
I sounded too. Oh yeah, right.
You were putting a twang in there somewhere?
No. Give me a couple country songs, and the Okie in me comes out. The white boy Okie in me comes out. But it's not like I'm like, hey, how you doing, son? No, no. They thought it sounded. They thought it sounded too country to be on a rhythmic station. So I was like, okay, all right. Well, years later,
right?
After you guys, but so I got let go from there too. The funny thing is, though, my buddy, he goes by Tim Vasquez. I think I may have told you this before, is that no one told Tim. Tim worked part-time on the weekends, and so
you did tell me this story.
So Tim just kept coming in, and all of a sudden the music changed. And He's like, hey, bud, what's going on? The music changed. I was like, well, yeah, they didn't fire you. He's like, no one said anything to me, and I still got a key. I'm like, he's like, I still got to keep coming in. So he went in every night and did overnights, and no one realized it. And he went and he used a different name, Vince Lozano, I think it was. I think he used some crazy name.
Was he still on the payroll though?
Tim's crazy.
That's what I want to know.
I don't know if he still got paid or not, but
I just went there. So okay,
they didn't ask for his key back, so he's like, okay.
Oh, Hannah said, "What's up?" She's on this.
Hannah, what's up?
Yeah, we miss you, Hannah.
We miss you, Hannah. So he was like, I got a call from the one guy that they kept, Ken Carr. And he's like, hey, have you seen Tim? Because they're asking for him to turn his key in, or if he comes into the building anymore, he's going to be arrested. I'm like, how can he be arrested? Because no one ever told him I'm like, no, I haven't seen Tim. So I hung up the phone. I called Tim. I'm like, hey, bud, they said if you're going to, if you go back to the building, they're going to arrest you and you better turn your key. And he's like, I'm like, what have you been doing? Because I hadn't been listening. And I'm like, F you guys. And he goes, oh, I've been recording overnights for the last 2 weeks. And I said, 2 weeks, and they've just realized this? That's it.
2 weeks just going into the station with
Vince Lozano. Vince Lozano was like, oh, dude. Hey, he's crazy. He's still crazy.
And this was just on Reels, right? This wasn't.
No, this was recorded.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
This was in the 90s, but we were computerized in the 90s.
Gotcha.
Not real good. Like
what's up, Chris? My cousin's hanging on.
Chris, what's happening? Cousin Chris,
yes.
What's up? But yeah, so that was another crazy story. I forgot to tell. I think I told you about that one, but
yeah, you did.
I did not tell the TikTok fam. So
yeah,
now they know.
So yeah, there's some times where people just. I feel like there's been a lot of people that's how it is kind of in the radio business where sometimes they don't what you say. They don't actually. I shouldn't say that they don't work for the station because they do, but. They come in and do like one night a week. Like myself, I come in once a week and do a little bit and then go on my merry way. But there's a lot of people in radio that's just what they do. They come and do a weekend show and they fill out the entire week and then off they go. And I feel like that's a lot more common. A lot of people don't know that. Like people sometimes think it's a full-time job just to be in front of a microphone.
Yeah, there's not a lot of that going around right now. There's some, but not a lot. And we're lucky that we get to do it still. So full time.
I was just talking to somebody recently about our old general manager. Can we shout him out?
Bill Lynch,
Mr. Bill Lynch.
Shout out to
Bill.
Shout out to retired Bill Lynch.
Yeah, where's he at? Somewhere up in the Sacramento area, right?
Placerville.
Yeah. So I remember when I first got in, or when he first came back, was like one of his requirements of someone being on the station is they had to be in the booth, right? That was like one of his requirements. I believe that's what he used to say, right? Randy was the yeah.
I do not
Randy
recollect.
was the station director, so I would have thought you would be the one that would be manning that. I know that was the rule for me when you told all of us that, like, if you guys are gonna be on the air, you guys have to be in the building. Or you guys have to
yeah. If you're gonna
live.
If you're gonna be on the air, you got to be
Actually
for the
live.
For the most part, you have to try and be live. Yeah, for the most part. Sometimes, and I'm still live for the most part during the day. But there are some days where I got a meeting here, a meeting there, but for the most part, there's some of us that are still live. We're not all Memorex, we're not all recorded. We're not syndicated out of Dallas or something.
Right.
So that's the other thing.
The generalization in people who are live on radio are mostly the morning shows. That's usually kind of how it is.
Yeah,
now.
it's kind of going sideways too. But we're lucky here, and we've got 3 live morning shows, so that's cool. But so it just hit me when Glenn was talking about that. It's like, yeah, dude, you were looking for Spanish. They flipped the station on you, because I called Glenn up after that on my way back, and I'm like, can you believe this, man? This is my freaking luck. I got a job, and then they blow everybody out and change the format over the weekend. That sounds just about still Spanish to this day, though. So it must have worked out for him. Yeah, it was interesting because and the call letters were K-Mix. I think they still are. But I started out working for a station called K-Mix. It was a country station. And then somehow they got a hold of it. I don't know. It was weird.
By the way, thank you for all the likes and follows, everyone, for everyone who's watching this live.
Follow.
We are recording a podcast that you guys can listen to on a later time if I can get probably the credentials to get on to upload them.
If you could get the credentials and follow me for more crazy radio stories and mobile DJ stories and any other stories that I can think of.
So
same with Ray.
I want to hit you up with a little bit of controversy story.
Oh God, here we go again.
So you know me, I love to have a little bit of a discussion here. So I went to go see the Odyssey.
Yeah.
I saw the Odyssey in Los Angeles at the Chinese Theater.
Oh, I saw pictures of that. Was that Grumman's Chinese Theater?
The TCL. It's now the TCL Chinese Theater in Hollywood.
Oh, the TCL. They bought it. They bought the rights to it.
That's what I thought too. As soon as I walked out, I was like, the TCL Chinese Theater. I was like, oh wow.
We're gonna give them a call and see if they can TCL can get us some TVs in here, and they can sponsor the studio.
Please. So I walked in, and it's pretty cool. So the 11 a.m. show, Saturday, Hollywood Boulevard.
Matinee, okay.
So I walked in. And I thought.
How much was it?
It was $35. So, but it was at the 70 millimeter.
Yeah, it's $10.
Film.
It's $10 cheaper than here.
So, for those who don't know, the Odyssey was shot and filmed on 70 millimeter film, actual physical film.
Uh-huh.
So, and it makes a big difference on the quality of the picture and the sound and everything.
Uh-huh.
So you're paying the extra to kind of get that experience. And let me tell you, it was awesome. Yeah. First time I ever seen a 70 millimeter film projected, and it was a whole thing. And then I thought, it's an old theater, a really old theater. I thought, oh, there's no way they're going to be able to project this thing on this screen. Because there is actually a Dolby IMAX behind the Chinese theater, which is where they do the Oscars and all that stuff. It's right behind the Chinese theater.
Okay.
So, no, this was in the real legit old school theater. So imagine the Fox Theater here in Visalia, but huge and way older, because it was just crazy. Now, the thing I wanted to talk to you about is that people are really weird on just picking at the little things about this movie. I think personally, first of all, have you read the Odyssey? I'm pretty sure.
I have not.
Really?
Have not.
In school? My folks said the same thing. I was just like, that was a month curriculum for me.
Like Odyssey 2001 type thing?
Well, no, you don't even know what Odyssey I'm talking about?
I'm talking about I know you're talking about the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you've never read.
I have not seen the movie, so I can't tell you.
Or I've read the book, the original Odyssey by Homer?
No.
Really?
No.
Wow. The Greek myth. The Greek myth from 3,000 years ago?
Ray, I have not.
I asked my folks the same question, and they told me that too, and I was really disappointed. Me and my sisters kind of
We were busy trying to stay alive. People threw
In
us
the 80s?
People
What was
threw
going
us.
on in the 80s, Randy?
People threw us out and said, "Go play in the streets, kids. Don't get hit or die." And
Hannah,
we were
it
busy-
wasn't a requirement for you, Hannah? Well,
See?
but hold on.
See,
Hold on.
Hannah knows.
Hold on, but you went to a private school, didn't you?
It doesn't matter. Hannah knows. Hannah knows.
I think that was like a state curriculum.
It was only public school
guess.
curriculum.
That was a month. I remember.
I think your teacher just wanted to get away with something, so they were like, "Hey, read this book, kids, and we'll talk about it and we'll discuss it because they like the Odyssey."
See, Hannah knows. Hannah knows.
Hannah knows. See, Hannah knows. Hannah knows what's going on. She
Oh,
knows
so
the download.
but you read the book. It wasn't required, but you read the book though.
Because she felt like it though, not because it was required.
She was forced. Yeah, we were forced. We were forced to read that book. And it's a big, and there's two parts.
Well, you know.
There's the Iliad and then there's the Odyssey. There's two parts.
It's slow times in Kalinga. You gotta read a big old giant book. Yeah.
Anyway.
Oh, now anyway.
Anyway, we're getting a little sidetracked here.
No, not at all. Right?
So-
hey, I have to ask you: did you ever see Toy Story 5?
No.
Did you ever see the Michael Jackson movie?
I did.
Oh, did you?
Yes.
Oh, that's right. We talked about
Yeah,
that.
we did talk about that.
Did you ever see Minions and Monsters?
No.
Okay. All right. Just checking. You had to go.
But I did. I went to go
One
see
more.
the Odyssey the way Christopher Nolan intended.
One more question. Did you drive specifically to LA to go to see that movie?
No, I went with Tony. Tony drove.
Oh, that's
it was,
Tony.
It was Tony's idea. Tony was the one who invited me to go along.
Oh, that's fun.
To go check this out, and it was.
Oh, that's cool.
It was something that it checked off something off my bucket list. And it was just something that I felt like if you're gonna go see the Odyssey, then I believe you should go see it. If you can't see it in 70 millimeter, go see it at the biggest IMAX theater because I don't think you'll get the same effect if you watch it in your living room.
Point of reference: Tony used to work for us here at the radio station, 2 on Promotions.
Yes.
Now, did Spencer go with you guys too? Spencer used to work for us too in Promotions, by the way.
Hold on, Hannah said because I was stuck in the middle of the country. Wait, because I was stuck in the middle of the country and wasn't allowed TV.
Oh, I'm sorry, Hannah. It's all right. It's all right. They don't have TV in the middle of the country after 6 o'clock in the evening.
Out in Exeter?
After
That's in the middle of the country?
After Gilligan's Island. Oh, in Exeter? Yeah. Well, you know.
DJ Flashback. What's up, Randy Ray? What's up, dude?
What's
Happy
up,
Monday.
Flashback? What's happening there?
Did you watch the
Wild?
Odyssey? Please tell me you've seen the Odyssey. We're talking about the Odyssey right now.
DJ Flashback. In truth, the Mid-State Fair, bro? Is that still going on?
I think it was last week. It was last weekend.
Was that the end of it?
I think so, yes.
Okay. Flashback could tell us, but hey, man. Love your stuff over there. Love your stuff, man.
Now you're getting me sidetracked. Okay.
So the Odyssey movie, yeah.
The Odyssey movie.
Yep.
One of the biggest controversies that people like to nitpick was that Elliot Page played a masculine role in this film.
Oh, God.
And of course, everyone
That's
went
all you got.
bananas over this. And I've heard people like little discussions behind me while we're watching them. It's like, oh, I wonder how Elliot's gonna do, or what's that? Do you think this is gonna affect the story? I'm like, no. I mean, if he's a warrior and can play a warrior, then do it. And
Yeah.
it's a pinnacle part in the entire film too.
Work out. So, so are you done?
Yes, I'm done ranting.
You done ranting
I need
about
to watch
Odyssey?
it.
So, true crime.
Yes.
Scott Peterson, new evidence. So there's a doc out.
So did they find the new evidence?
So here's what I did because
By the way, we talked about this 2 weeks ago.
we
Okay.
did, but I finally saw it and I'm cheap, and I'll tell you how you can see it somewhat cheap. So Philo,
You mean piracy?
no, legit. Philo has an app, and you can see the first episode on it, and then they wanted to charge you like $12 a month after that. So watch the first episode on Philo. Then, if you go to the second one, you have to pay $1.99, but it's $1.99, and if you want to see it, and I was hooked after the first episode, so I went and saw it for $1.99.
Okay.
And you own it for a couple of days, whatever. And there was new enlightening information, Ray. New enlightening information. I still think he's guilty, but new enlightening information where if they would have brought that up in the first place in 03, 04, whenever they tried him, the jury would have been like, oh, they would have had a hung jury, I think.
You mean like he would have been acquitted?
I don't know if he would have been acquitted, but there would have been a hung jury and they would have to try him again.
So for those who don't know what we're talking about,
Who doesn't know about Scott and Lacey Peterson?
apparently not like half of the U.S. because that's a California story.
It's a California story, but it was all over the world there for a while. So long story short, Lacey Peterson and Scott, they met in Paso Robles, I think, and then they got married shortly afterward, after a quick courtship, and then they hung out, moved back to Modesto, and Lacey got pregnant. They wanted to have a kid. Scott, they got married, obviously, and they wanted to have a kid. Lacey got pregnant. And then
Scott had a mistress in Fresno.
Scott had a mistress in Fresno, long story short. And then Lacey turns up missing after day before Christmas.
Yes.
And then they can't find her for months and months and months. And then the mistress shows up, and then they find Lacey in Connor's body. Connor was the baby in the San Francisco Bay Area. And the cops, the whole thing is the cops they had their eyes set on Scott because, you know what? I tell Dana this all the time. I'm like, you better not die, man, because if you do, the cops are going to just look.
Point and hit you.
There's the corpse. There's who did it. And I'd be like, wasn't me, man. Wasn't me. I've been trying to
Guilty.
Guilty. Been trying to keep her alive all these years. Why would I take her out now? And so that's what they had. The whole thing was they turned everything on Scott Peterson. And this documentary, there are several. There's even a docu series on it.
So hold on.
Whole thing.
So is this actually on any platform? What platform is it on? What can I watch the entire series without paying a dime if I'm already have a subscription?
No, that's why I just told you how to get around it.
Oh, so I did not know that. I thought
if you have a subscription, it might be. I think is it Paramount? It's not Paramount or or Peacock.
I recently checked like my bank statement. I'm like subscribed to like every service, and I have not like watched anything on them in like months.
I'm down to Netflix, Prime. I got 2 Prime channels because one comes with like cell phone service. And then Hulu, I've got like 2 services. So I cut one. I was paying for one, and one comes with T-Mobile. Anyway, so I cut one of them off.
My mother's watching now.
And then HBO Max. Hi, Mom. Hi. HBO Max, I'm down to that too. So I'm down to like 3, 4. The rest are free.
I'm paying for like
Tubi is awesome. If you want a free app,
please
Tubi.
watch.
Gotta
Everyone
check out
subscribe
Tubi,
to
man.
Tubi.
Yep.
Tubi is a lifesaver.
Tubi.
I think
Tubi.
it's funny because like my folks, they watch Tubi more than anything, and I'm paying for all the services.
Yeah, so
except for one. I think I'm not paying for Disney Plus and Hulu.
I do pay for that. Yeah,
because it comes with my Verizon bill.
Fun fact: started out at $7.99, and now it's like $17.99.
Yes.
And then I don't use the ESPN that comes with it because I'm not a big sports guy. So, but Hulu, Hulu come with everything there for a long time. So it's like hard not to have Hulu.
Yes.
These days. But yeah, so if you want to see it cheap, $1.99, but you get to see one episode for free. Philo, download it, do a little trial, and then and you don't have to like put a credit card or anything down because it's just hey, try our app for free, and then the second episode on anything,
and then that's how they get
you try to watch again, and then it's just like $12.99, $24.99. It's like this is a crap app, though. I just want to see this.
How they
I just
get
want to see
you.
this one season. That's all. This one show here. Yeah. So that's my true crimers tip for the day.
And then if you guys want another tip, please don't leave your credit card information on a Roku, because if you have other people who watch stuff on the TV, they might charge stuff.
Oh yeah.
My mom and my sister famously subscribed to a channel with my card, and I remember getting that charge. I was like, "What?" I think it's because they wanted to watch like a Snoopy movie or something, like because for some reason Peanuts is on some weird.
Yeah, I'll do that around Christmas time because they have all the specials for
Yes.
like $1.99 for 6 months. So I'll do $1.99 and then cancel it right away. So it's like 30-day free trial. It's like, all right, well, watch The Grinch Stole Christmas for $1.99, and then the rest of the app. We've got 30 days, and then it's canceled. Everything's fine. We'll play with it for 30 days.
So I have one question to ask you to kind of switch over subjects here. This was actually an advice that I wanted to kind of get your opinion on, because I, for one,
because you didn't trust your mom giving you advice. Do you hear that, Mom?
Well, I don't think my mom qualifies enough for this.
Oh no, because and I do.
I think so, because from a man's perspective, I think it's a little bit different. Maybe I can ask my dad about this, but I don't even. My dad probably wouldn't even care about this because the way he did it.
I'm like your dad. Okay,
so
father figure.
So how do you feel about proposals, like public proposals?
Public, like in front of people, everybody?
In front of people, right?
Not family, but everybody.
Yes.
I think, well, it depends because some people want a big extravagant proposal. Well, you getting married, right? People want a big extravagant proposal thing where the public is around, and I'm not sure why. If there's anyone around, I think it should be like family, like close family, like
Right.
her mom and dad, her close people that are with her, and you're going to set that up ahead of time. And there are companies that set all that stuff up.
Right, there is.
Yeah.
So my biggest thing. So this is what I've been told when I was in high school. All right. So I'll put you in this perspective.
Way back when.
Way back when. So when, like, first off, when I was asking someone out to prom, I was told not to do it in public or not to do it like, because in high school that was kind of like a thing, you know, guys would go and bring flowers or like
make a sign that said,
will you go to prom with me or something like that.
Some catchy thing that says,
yeah,
I would love to take you to prom.
Right. And then a bunch of the homeboys and a bunch of other girls so I've talked to would say, don't do that because it puts a lot of pressure on the women to say yes.
It does.
So, I felt like that was also the reason why this question came up on proposals because more and more, especially like on TikTok and Instagram, there has been a lot of public proposals. Even a couple of friends of mine have went through public proposals.
Well, it does put a lot of pressure on the persons being proposed to,
right?
Because they don't want to say no, and then everyone would go, oh, and then the guy is just like, oh.
Yeah. So, and then plus it's a bigger thing on rejection, right? So imagine that she said no in front of everybody.
Exactly. This is why if you're like 90% sure she's going to say yes, then you put her family in the background waiting in the wings. That way, even if she says no, then her family can come back around and say, okay, well, it's all right. Everything will be fine. And you have your family there too. But if you're like 90% sure she's going to say yes, I mean, you've been together for like 5 or 6 years. And, you know,
you don't believe in the 2-year rule, Randy?
Well, yeah. 93.
Because, okay.
Yeah. Well, yes, exactly.
Right? The 2-year rule.
It wasn't really a rule, but yeah, we were together about 2.5 years. But
for my parents, it was like 6 months or 9 months.
So what I did was like, we were already living together anyway. We were living in sin. So I just walked up and I said, hey, do you want to get married? And Dana was just like, okay.
Yeah. So that's kind of like what happened with my folks. It was same, just a small discussion. And they literally went to the Fresno courthouse.
I didn't get down on one knee or anything. I'm like, but we should probably do it in a church and stuff like that. And so we got married in a little church. It was me and my mom and dad. It was like 6 people, 8 people maybe.
Yeah. My folks did not have a proper wedding until, I would say 16 years later.
My buddy Glenn, again, he did the music, and then he had to go off because I had booked the day that we were getting married. We got married a day before my parents got married. So our anniversary on the 2nd, Thursday's on the 3rd. And we just did that just to do it because it was nice, and she likes December. So, but the whole thing was I had booked an event that day.
Oh,
and I'm like, so I had to send Glenn off to do that. And, well, we didn't mean to. It just happened to be that way. He played the music for our wedding, and he took off, and then we had cake and all that stuff. But yeah.
So the reason why this discussion came up, or why this came up to me, is because I found out recently from another friend, a friend of a friend.
Yeah.
Just got proposed, a girl, right?
Yep.
Got proposed to. But literally a few days later was telling my friend she was thinking about breaking up with him.
Oh, that's not good.
Yes.
Red flag.
Yes.
Red flag.
And she said yes.
Because
she was in front of everybody.
So did he come back to her and later and say, so are you sure? You sure you want to get married?
I don't know. That's the one thing I was like saying, does he know? Like who knows about this?
If it's not right in your heart, then it ain't right. So just pull the Band-Aid off, Ray. It's what I say. Pull the Band-Aid off.
My advice was, first off, he should have never done that. I feel like I'll be that person. Like I won't. Like I would do the whole. I would do the whole like nice restaurant. Like I would be the hopeless
Mr. Romance.
Yeah, I would
so
do
she would know something is up.
Yeah, I would the fancy restaurant at the big hotel.
Stop! You never do this.
Out of the country.
The whole time she's like, "Stop! You never do this. What are you doing?"
And then
what's wrong with you? Why are you acting so funny?
Have the waiter come in with the champagne and and underneath the champagne is the ring.
Yeah.
I would do that.
Don't put it in the glass because she might drink the ring. Or on top of the cake.
That's yeah.
I saw that in a movie, but I've actually seen someone that tried to do that.
You know what I was told too?
What?
You know how it's a Hispanic tradition on birthdays that when someone brings in the cake, you throw their face in. Mm-hmm. They say you shouldn't do that because there's spikes in the cake to keep it up.
In some cases, yes.
I was just told that, so now that's a new fear of mine.
Oh, well, I'll make sure to take care of that on your birthday, Ray.
Next month, we are 1 month.
I'll just smash it right in your face. Mm-hmm. That way, you don't have to worry about any spikes in it. Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah.
So what is your advice?
I'll just get a cupcake for you.
Do you suggest that guys just ask the simple question in private?
Yeah.
Or
yeah,
go
I
all
don't think you do it in public. I think if you do anything, you have the family waiting in the wings. If you're very sure,
right?
If you're very, very sure she's going to say yes. Otherwise, I mean, and by that time you should know if she's going to say yes or not. By the time that you ask her, that you know it's a done deal. If she says I need to think about it, she says, or anything like that, nope. But by the time you ask her, you should know that she's going to say yes.
So what is your advice knowing that this is where it's going?
And do it quietly and not not out in public with everyone watching.
So what is the advice for the friend? Should this other so this was told to me by another friend who knows about this girl.
The girl that said yes because of all the pressure?
Yes.
Oh, she needs to go back and tell him she doesn't feel the same way or she's not ready. Or I still want to go out with you, or if we're being engaged, we need to be engaged without a date, without a date to get married. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just said just end it. I was just like,
well, if she was going to say no,
right?
If she was going to say no, I need more time because there's like we've only been together for 6 months. I need more time. That's one thing. But if they've been together for 5 years and she was going to say no, pull the Band-Aid off. Say. Thanks. Nice talking to you. Nice knowing you.
Again, 2-year rule. 2-year rule. That's when you should know. That's what I say. Just do it in private.
Sometimes it's 5-year-old or 10-year-old, Ray. Just know that. But that's okay. The longer
folks,
the better.
Yeah, my folks. Yeah, it was after I think it was like 6 months, 8 months, something like that. And my dad bought my mom a ring from Kmart after he got out of jail.
I got mine on. Well, that's cool. Hey, man. Ring's a ring. Don't matter. I got mine from Rogers Jewelers after I took out a loan to get it. And it wasn't like it was a $10 million ring. It was like $300, I think. But I needed to take out a loan because I didn't make any money.
Working on radio.
Yeah. I got her a necklace, too, one year from Rogers. I took out a loan for that, too. Anytime I get jewelry, I have to take out a loan, even though it's only $200. Yeah, to this day, right? No.
That's a discussion for next week. I got to talk to you about like all these little payment plans now. Now that you could buy your Whopper in 3 installments now.
I love Klarna. Klarna's the best.
Oh my God, dude, that's the devil.
That is the best thing in the world. Well, you don't abuse it, Ray.
I know, but
you pay one thing off and then you get eBay and Klarna. Oh my God.
Oh my
God. The best thing in the world. All right.
That's next week's discussion.
Another discussion next week.
See you guys later.
Thanks.